What's up, you guys? It's me, Thanks, and today we got been doing. Hold on, guys, sneeze. Man, I sneeze weird, but who cares? I just got out the shower, anyways, you guys. I just washed my hair. I wash my hair 2 times a day. Cause I usually get like bees, wasps, spiders, all type of stuff in my hair. Cause I let my hair go out wild. So yeah, so I usually wash it out 2 times a day. Usually every week. Like every Friday, I wash it out 2 times. So I can get like everything out. When basically, if you guys want to know right now, because I don't give a fuck. Basically, yeah, I just washed out 2 bees out my hair. They're strangled and tied up with hair. So yeah, like I said, like my mama said, I basically got a Venus flytrap in my hair. Because my hair is the Venus flytrap, and like poison a little bit, but who cares? Anyway, this is gonna be what if Naruto had basically created his own dojutsu. I create a mini version of this, but this is also plus what if I was his summoning. So yes, I'm gonna be part of this too. So let's just start this goddamn story. And oh yeah, he's not gonna be the son of Minato or Kushina. No, no, no. He's gotta be an orphan. So yeah. And these are their kids. This is gonna be their kids. We got a Mema, we got a Rose, and we got good old Ren. Yes, this is Ren when she's older, but I said what do Ren looks like when she's a Uzumaki? This pops up, so I was like, okay, bet. So boom, got this. This is Ren when she's older, so PTSD will be active. She's the oldest, second oldest, and youngest. Basically, first oldest, middle oldest, youngest. So yes, we got good old Ren. We got good old fucking Rose, and we got good old bastard child fucking I did yawn, sorry. Anyways, Mima. You know what? Fuck it. Ray. We got Ray, Rose, and I'm doing this at night, you guys. That's why I'm yawning. So yes. But anyways, let's start this story. Everything happens in canon for, those three. Nobody hates them. Like, basically, Kushina, Minato, they live. So, yes, no hatred. But no, it's still hatred in the village. So, Naruto, he was... No, you know what? Fuck, let's start with Naruto. Like, after the ninth other side. Like, before it. Naruto, he was born. He was born to these two people. They were scientists. One was a scientist. One was an engineer in basically like this. The woman, basically, let's just call her. No, I'm not gonna call her anything. Basically, Naruto's mom. She was a scientist, a hard worker, and she know how to work around the forge and build stuff with metal materials and different kind of materials that she finds. Like a good scientist and also archaeologist in a sense. Let's go to Naruto's dad. He's a ninja. A high-ranking, basically, S-class ninja. He was also a samurai too. But he was a really smart man. He had physical-wise unbelievable strength to possibly match up to the Sani Tsunade. But not strong enough to basically defeat her. But he had higher intelligence than Jiraiya. Basically, he's smart enough to basically, he's smarter than fucking Nezu from My Hero Academia in this story. But the downside of it, he's unpredictable to people. But the worst part about people could be unpredictable to him, because he gets cocky. Naruto basically was born because they met each other and they fell in love. They loved each other so much they had Naruto. And they loved Naruto. Naruto, he also loved them too. Like they were the only people left of his world. Because Naruto was considered an outcast among basically this tiny village. Not like a hilly village side, more of like a regular old village. Like a little tiny village. Like a slum village of sorts. Naruto is like an outcast. He had this weird ability to basically adapt and copy any person's, power in jutsus. But he couldn't copy Genki Genkais or basically other dojutsus or Genki Dodas or basically we got bloodline. What kind of bloodline? Like we got Genki Genkais, Genki Todas. We got fucking dojutsus and sensus. The fuck? It's actually a fucking bloodline that's called sensus. What the fuck? Oh, it's for basically bloodlines that's really rare known. Why the hell is it called that? Like, why don't you just call it like fucking? I don't know what the. I know I'm on my other phone. I'm reading the fucking page for bloodlines, and I'm like, the fuck, Shutsus. Oh wait, I got on another fucking language. That's fucking what the. Anyways, it's basically what I don't care. Basically, he can't copy bloodlines. All right, not yet. He can adapt to anything, any animals or physical harm or mental harm. But until that day, when Naruto was basically, a 4-year-old child, the village was attacked by an angry shinobi, like mini shinobi. You could tell they were rogue because they had slits in their headbands. Naruto went to go run after his mother. His mother was looking for him. They were looking and they found each other. She was about to pick up Naruto and run away until Naruto saw his mother being decapitated by a shinobi. This shinobi, he had a leaf headband, but it had a slit through it. When Naruto saw his mom, he was crying. Her dead body in front of him. He just saw her get murdered, decapitated right in front of him. Naruto's dad found him and protected him. He told Naruto to run, and Naruto said, "No, I can't. I can't leave you. You just die like mom." And he just told him to run. And Naruto, he got scared, and he said, "Fine. Okay, just don't die." And he left. But his dad knew he won't live through this. Sadly. Naruto was running until he heard a giant explosion. He turned around and he sees the area where his dad was at. It was basically a fucking hole, a giant sinkhole. Naruto, he fell on his knees. His dad used a jutsu that will allow him to self-destruct himself, but the cost will be his life. Naruto was shown his parents' basically jutsus in there. Weird type of abilities of theirs. And Naruto, he was sad. He saw his 2 parents die. Not his dad literally in front of him, but his mother. He was depressed and angry, and he was leaking an ungodly amount of bloodlust. The ninjas thought it was the Nine Tails. It felt like Nine Tails, more of like a Nine Tails level, but a child of Nine Tails, but it was still terrifying as hell. It was so intense. Naruto was just releasing ungodly amounts. His eyes, they were no longer bluish, skyly. They turned gray, a voidless kind of gray. And he released so much bloodlust to the point some of the weaker ninjas, they start to be knocked out. Like, it was more like domination hockey in a sense from Issei. Now he could instantly make somebody be passed out in an instant. Basically, his version of domination hockey. He released it, and some of the ninjas fainted, and the ones that could were basically able to handle it on their knees, huffing and puffing, gasping for air. They were like, "What is this? Is this the Nine Tails?" And the ninja said, "It couldn't be. He was sealed by the fourth." And he passed out of basically being, suffocated a little bit. They all passed out. Naruto stopped his bloodlust. He fell unconscious too. Until he woke up again. But he was in a bed. He immediately got up and jumped out the bed, looking around, wondering what the hell is this area? Where is he? What happened? Until you see this woman. Let me show you what she looks like. Alright, here she is. Naruto see this woman, and he's like, "Who are you?" Kind of on edge, because he just saw his village and everybody be massacred. The woman told him to calm down, child. "I know what happened to you. I saw it." Until Naruto focused his eyes, go, "Wait, teach?" She go like, "Hi, Naruto." "Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm on edge right now." She go like, I know what happened to your mother. I'm sorry." He like, no problem. Thank you for technically saving me." Naruto had a depressed look. His eyes were no longer ocean blue. You could see his white hair of his was turning black. It was showing signs of anger, rage, depression, sadness, anxiety. Yeah. Basically, Naruto just had like no emotions in his eyes, but his hair would tell you every emotion that he feels. And what's called Naruto's teacher, basically his tutor. Let's call her. Shit, I'm not using the Mito name. Let's just call her Mito. She says, "Naruto." "Yes? Yes, teach?" "Come here." Naruto walked up to her and she just hugs him. Naruto was shocked, but he was like, then he started to cry. He needed this. And Mito, she noticed his hair was turning white again, showing no negative feelings. She was glad that he not trying to go on this path of hatred, revenge, and destruction. Because she already went through that path. And all that path, part of it is pain and suffering. She was once a shinobi. She taught Naruto many of her jutsus and styles, but he could get them down, but he could never, properly use them. So, him and her basically her age is she's a 19-year-old and Naruto is basically a 9-year-old at the time. So yeah. And yes, a 9-year-old could release an ungodly amount of bloodlust. If you make a 9-year-old go to the verge of fucking hatred and despair and overall wrath, yeah, he can release a lot of killing intent to the point even a grown man could feel it and get kind of terrified of it. Fucking no. I'm not gonna make him 9. I'm gonna make him at least a 12-year-old, because I need him to be older than the quadruplets. Yeah, I need him to be like she's 17. He's gonna be older by 1 year. Because I need this nigga to be older a little bit. Or, no, 14. This nigga gotta be 14 years old. But she's still the same age I said. She's still 19. Naruto sees her as a sister, in a sense, an older sister. So Naruto said, hey. She looked back at Naruto. She was about to walk out the room and give him some space to breathe. He said, yes, Naruto? You're technically the only family I got left, so can I stay with you? She smiled. She said, yes, Naruto, you can. So Naruto, he stayed and he was happy. He had a normal life, technically a normal life again. Well, those kids telling him he was a freak for able to, run on all fours and climb trees like a monkey. He was happy until Mito told him we had to leave. And Naruto, he said, but why? She said, cause the area here got too unstable for the ground. The house has got to collapse soon anyways. We have to leave today. And Naruto said, alright then. She grabbed a couple of storage scrolls from the leftover remains of the village. She opened 3 of them. She sealed away the food into like a time scroll so they won't, rot away fast. So she sealed the others, like all the things she needs and all the things he needs, into basically the storage scrolls of sealing. And they left. But Naruto said, hold on. He went back to his old house. His house was surprisingly not damaged. Looked like it was untouched. Until Naruto noticed there was a barrier around it. He pricked his finger with a knife he had, and he poured his blood on it, and it quickly turned red until it faded away. He went in his house and he looked around. He saw many experiments and many different things. So Naruto, something caught his eye. Seemed like a weapon. So Naruto, he walked up and he saw this. Naruto picked it up and he was wondering, what is this? And he's thinking, then a name popped in his mind. He said, the blade of the void. The void blade. And he was like, wait, the void blade. How did I know that name? Sounds familiar. Anyways, he sheathed the blade, but he noticed when he was about to sheath it, it had a symbol around it. It looked like it was a summoning symbol, but he didn't care. He just grabbed it and left. But he took a quick stop to his parents' bedroom. He picked up a couple of their notes and stuff and all their experiments. He found another scroll of basically packing stuff up. So he packed everything up in the house. The house was basically empty. And when Naruto turned around, the house looked like the ground of it couldn't hold up for any longer. So it collapsed, and Naruto picked up basically the dome seal of it surrounding his house. He picked it up and he said, well, you could still be useful for protection. So he put it in his pocket and he left. Basically, it's a paper talisman, so it's allowed to seal, like, basically put a dome around his whole area of his house. It's basically took only 5 of them. And you think I'm making Naruto overpowered right now? No, he's not. He's not overpowered yet. He can't use the weapon properly at all. He can only swing it down and block and dodge. He could do regular swordsmanship, but he can't use like the actual abilities of the blade of the void. So yes. So yeah. Naruto, he was walking back with the sword in his hands. With the sword in his hand. Wait, swords? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, no, sword. The sword in his hand, and Mito asks, "What's that?" He go like, "Well, this is my dad's sword. He said he found it one day when he didn't meet my mom yet, and he never got to use it. It said it would open for him, but when I opened it, it felt natural to me. So, yeah, that's all I know about it anyway. So, only the person I know more about it is my dad, or this." And he showed her the notes. He like, it's a lot of, experiments and basic forging of new type of weaponry is in here. And he turned his last page and it said Void Blade. He was reading it. We're trying to figure out what can it do. So it just said unknown. So Naruto was thinking unknown. So he closed the book and he said, "Well, this don't got nothing in it." Found my mom's book too, and he took out hers, and he looked at it and it said the same thing, unknown. And he closed it again. He was like, shoot. This notes a lot of information in these books. But yeah, so he put them back in the scroll, and they left. Naruto was just, jumping through tree to tree. He know how to tree walk and water walk, cause Mito, she taught him a lot of things, cause she used to be an assassin. Naruto was just jumping through tree to tree. The 12-year-old Naruto, just to get you guys a heads up. No, yeah, Mito, she's 20 in the time. They got to their destination. Naruto, he looks up and he goes like, "Wait, the hidden leaf? Why are we here of all places?" She sighs. She goes like, "This is the only safe place we got. Alright, Naruto. But sis," goes, "don't sis me, Naruto." Fine. No, I'm gonna age her up a little bit more. I'm gonna age her up to 24. She's 24 years old. She's a 24-year-old. So Naruto is still basically, 13. He's a 13-year-old right now. Basically, let's go to the quadruplets. Basically, let's do their side of the story. Rose, and fucking Rin and Ray. These three were born on the day of the Nine Tails attack. Naruto, not Naruto. I mean fucking Kushina. They basically everything happens in canon, but they don't die. Aruzen was able to block the Nine Tails attack, but sadly it pierced through his arm, ripping it off. Aruzen only have one arm left. And they were able to seal 50% into Ren, 50% into Mito, and the soul went to Rei. Or boost his chakra reserves up to 5-fold. Sadly, you guys, I gotta make this short. So basically, everything happened to Cameron. No hatred to none of the children. At least their lives were normal. They wasn't raised as cocky little bastards. So, yeah. Anyways, I gotta end it off here. I'm gonna post this, but I'm sorry it wasn't that long or how I usually want it. I was trying to make this an hour. So, I'm sorry. Probably tomorrow.